fill in a blank.
All right. Well, this is perfect timing then.
Yeah.
Because we're now going into fill in the blank, ladies and gentlemen. This is a classic game that many sports talk shows play, and we want to get in on the action. So I'm going to present a statement, and then both Pich and I will fill in the blank. You want me to go first, or are you taking the first one, Pich?
Let me go first on this one because I think I'm going to be briefer than you.
Okay. All right. So the first one is the first statement. Blank is the Orlando Magic's future star.
There's no question about it. We've already talked about him a lot in this one. It's Franz. There's a part of me that wants to say Wendell or somebody else just so that I can talk about them and how great they are for a bit. But honestly, if I have to pick who I think is going to be our breakout star down the road, it's got to be Franz. He has so much in his bag of tricks that is possible for him to use that it's tough to find a comparison to him. He has moves of a guard, the shooting of a guard, but the size of a big man, and he can kind of play. He plays great defense, and he cuts and he moves with the ball and he'll rebound, and he kind of like there aren't a lot of guys that are effective at doing everything and are 6'10".
Right.
So I don't know. I mean,
yeah. I'm doing the same thing. Franz is the Orlando Magic's future star. I agree with you for everything you said. I mean, to be a superstar in the NBA, and we could debate whether or not Franz has the capability to be a superstar, however you define that, versus a star, kind of that next tier down.
It means his cards are worth a lot more.
Okay. You got to be able, both of those tiers, though, you got to be able to score at all three levels. You know, that's just the modern NBA. You got to shoot the three, have a little mid-range, be able to get to the hoop. And like you said, Franz can do all those things. He didn't shoot great from beyond the arc. I think it was in the low to mid-30s, maybe around 30.
Better at the beginning of the season.
Yes,
and then
that's true. That's true, but that will continue to come along. I think that's only going to get better, and for him to be starting in the mid-30s as a rookie is fantastic. We already talked about the rare company that he was in with David Steele's Is This Anything, averaging 15.5 points, 4.5 boards, 2.5 assists, almost 50% from the field. That's not effective field goal percentage. That's 50% almost from the field. That's fantastic. He can do it all, like you said, inside out, off the dribble, cutting, good team defender, going to become an even better on-ball defender. I was trying, when we were thinking about this, fill in the blank, a little bit, to find some star comps of who I thought the player he can develop into. I came up with these. Let me know what you think of any of these. Jaylen Brown kind of came in as a Swiss Army knife type of guy. He's been an all-star before. Wouldn't consider him a superstar, but he's a star. I have Pascal Siakam on here just because he shoots the rock, he dribbles, he has an inside game. He's a little bit bigger, I think, than Franz, but not much. They're about the same size. So I thought that was a pretty good comp. He's been an all-star. Neither of those guys are superstars. Paul Pierce, going back a little bit. Maybe Paul Pierce you don't like Paul, but maybe Paul had a little bit more handle than Franz so far, but I didn't watch a lot of Paul Pierce's rookie year. I don't remember exactly what was going on then. I remember him when I was in Boston in the mid to late 2000s. He can score at all three levels. And Sean Marion, I know he may be a little bit more of a 3-and-D guy, but earlier on, Sean had a lot more athleticism too, and he was taking it to the house. And the last guy I got, and I really like this comp, is Chris Bosh, because he was a big man, a little bit taller than Franz, but could score off the dribble, definitely got to the house, maybe a little bit more tenacious inside early in his career than Franz has been, but
doesn't get a lot of respect by the media.
Don't tell, yeah, that's true, exactly. And don't tell Karl-Anthony Towns that Franz is soft inside, because Franz will definitely throw down the German hammer from time to time, and he's not shy about going inside with a vengeance. So,
yeah,
what do you think about any of those comps?
I get why you made the comps. You can make the argument on maybe all of those, except for I don't think Paul Pierce at all. But
a little smaller, maybe.
But I really hope he is better than all of these players. I get that Chris Bosh has some
Bosh, man,
good numbers,
how many all-star
games,
he was
stuff like that.
6, 7,
but
8
I
all-stars.
think he was too much of an inside player. I know he could shoot the outside, but
yes,
he definitely didn't have the driving ability that Franz is. But this kind of makes the point here. Every one of these player comps, you seems like, yeah, but that guy was missing this. That
Yeah.
guy was missing this. You know who's not missing those things? Franz Wagner.
Yeah. No, you're right. Complete total package. And I mean, dude, if he turns into a Chris Bosch, I'll be ecstatic. That would be fantastic. We got the Swiss Army knife. I think we got the steal of the draft. Could be a
The
potential
German
star.
Army knife.
The German Army knife.
It does way more things.
Yeah.
It's German engineered.
Very efficient.